Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to this week's Midweek 180. As you can tell, I'm actually in a car, driving back down from Criterium Cycles, having spent the last couple of days filming a whole bunch of Cycle Sunday videos. Driving this lovely Audi S3 is my mate Dan in the passenger seat, and before anybody says anything, we've done so many COVID tests in the last couple of days, it's not funny, so that's why we're not wearing a mask. But anyway, I think I've only ever done one Midweek 180 in a car before. That was a couple of years ago now with Steph ABTV while we were driving back from the Mini Clubman launch in Bruges. But if you've not seen one of these before, this is my midweek update where I bring you my news, views and information about upcoming reviews, all filmed in one take. I'm going to put 180 seconds in the bottom left hand corner of your screen, and that's it. A very simple format. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this week's Midweek 180. I shall start my timer. Okay, leader of the pack last week was Simon W, joined in the Magnificent 7 by Ben Higginson, Ben Roachford, Mark C, EA40's Life with Cars, Stan Elder and Paul Coles. Now, there was a little bit of... Francois G may well have been in that Magnificent 7, but I thought I'd give him a shout out anyway. But whoever puts the first comment this week, you'll be my leader of the pack next week, and the first 7 comments, you'll be my Magnificent 7. Where are you and what you're doing? Well, that was Lincolnshire Mini Owners, who was crashed out in bed after a hectic day, but very excitedly was collecting a new puppy the next day. We need pictures of the new puppy. But wherever you are right now and whatever you're doing, put it in the comments below and I'll give you a shout out next week. Last week's question was about how you buy your tyres, whether or not you go to the big brands like Quick Fit or whether you go online or to a local dealer or a local specialist. Overwhelmingly, you seem to be going to your local specialist, and loads of you use Black Circles to buy your tyres, get them shipped to the specialist and get the specialist to fit them. Interestingly, one of you was saying you had a Motability car and you have to go to Quick Fit. Now, and that leads me on to the next one. So this week's question is, I want to know your worst garage nightmare. Have you ever had something utterly really bad happen in a garage? I will never use Quick Fit again, because many years ago when I had a Toyota Celica, I actually had 2 trolley jacks go through the floor wells of the car because the person didn't put the trolley jack on a jacking point. They just jacked the car up. And I'll never go back to Quick Fit ever again. But what are your nightmares? I'd love to hear them. F1 this week, what a race. We are in for a good season, people. It started slowly but got better, and the dicing at the end between Hamilton and Verstappen was absolutely brilliant. So the Red Bull looks fast. I think we're in for an absolute humdinger of a season. Red Bull, Checo Perez I thought did brilliantly, and it's great to see Lando Norris and performing well. Again, the McLaren looks pretty quick, so I'm hopeful we're going to have a good season this year. New car news is this. So this broke cover this week. It's the new Kia EV6 GT. Now, I'm a big fan of Kia electric vehicles. The e-Niro and the Soul EV are brilliant cars, but they're both internal combustion engine cars that, if you like, have an electric variant. This is from the ground up an EV, and I guess the headline grabber is the EV GT or EV6 GT, because it's got dual motor, 576 horsepower and 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. That is faster than a Ferrari Enzo, but there is a rear wheel drive only range starter at 168 brake with a 58 kilowatt battery pack. And if you get the rear drive 77 kilowatt battery pack, you'll get over 300 miles to a charge. Interesting looking car. And this Friday's video at 6 is another EV. It is the new Ford Mustang Mach E. And that is how you do your timing. I'm quite impressed with that. So yes, Mustang Mach E this Friday. I actually drove the car last week, very nearly tried to get the review up on the channel on Monday, but just didn't have the capacity and the bandwidth to get the video edited. So tune in on Friday at 6, because I have to say, as EVs go, it's one of the best and most competent EVs I've driven. It drives really nicely, it's pretty quick, it looks edgy from the outside, it's got a brilliant interior, and most importantly, it's got brilliant range as well. So a really interesting buying proposition for me. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that one. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. I'm going to enjoy the passenger seat of this Audi S3, and I have to say, we'll be doing a video on our journey up and down to Edinburgh, because this thing has impressed massively. It is a brilliant mile muncher, and actually way more comfortable than I thought it would be, and the performance figures in terms of fuel economy we're getting from it on the way up were ridiculous. So, video coming to the channel soon. Anyway guys, I'm waffling. I'll see you on the next film. You take care. Drive safe.